Inside a vehicle in Washington, D.C., a colonel in the KGB, the primary security and intelligence agency for the Soviet Union, is handcuffed between two operatives. The colonel mocks his captors. He speaks with total confidence, asserting that his diplomatic immunity makes him untouchable by the American legal system. The operative sitting in a jump seat across from him raises a .45 caliber pistol and shoots the colonel point blank between the eyes. He fires without a single second of hesitation. This shooter is a contractor for the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, operating under the code name 4412, or the Sandman. His name is James Files. His handlers at the agency diagnosed this execution as a mechanical defect. They reported that Files was too much into overkill, possessing a complete psychological detachment from the act of taking a human life. This mechanical detachment is what allegedly placed him behind the picket fence on the grassy knoll on November 22, 1963. For the operation, Files claims he was issued a Remington XP-100. The XP-100 is a specialized bolt-action pistol chambered in .221 fireball, engineered to provide the accuracy of a rifle in a compact frame. When the order arrived to assassinate the President of the United States, Files recalls experiencing zero moral conflict or internal debate. We must look at the covert government assembly line that manufactured James Files to understand how a human being pulls that trigger without a second thought. In 1941, a classified naval birthing program began a project to breed a new class of perfect, compliant soldiers. Files claims he was assimilated from an experimental genetic milkshake, a process that bypassed any traditional family structure. The program denied the infants legal names or birth certificates. Instead, they were cataloged as numerical X numbers, part of a cohort of 124 experimental subjects. Stripping a child of their legal identity at birth serves as the foundational step in building an untraceable phantom asset. The subjects were sent to Camp Hero in Montauk, a facility designed to replace standard childhood development with extreme survival conditioning. At 5 years old, his training required him to hunt squirrels in total darkness. If he failed to shoot them, he was denied breakfast. By age 10, he had progressed to throwing knives 40 feet into human targets within a designated kill zone. The program's attrition rate was severe. Out of the original 124 boys, only 14 survived to reach graduation. Camp Hero functioned as a psychological crucible. It was built to eradicate natural human empathy and install a system of absolute obedience. As an adult, the survivor of Camp Hero adopted the name James Files and began operating in the real world. Files operated as a shared asset, taking kill orders from CIA handler David Atlee Phillips and Chicago outfit boss Charles Nicolay. The Chicago outfit is the powerful organized crime syndicate that dominates the underworld across the American Midwest. He claims a track record of over 60 mob hits and participation in global black ops, covert missions designed to provide the government with total deniability. He carried out these assignments entirely without passion. This capacity for emotionless violence provides proof of a government asset functioning exactly to its programmed specifications. In November 1963, this experiment arrived in Dallas as a fully deployed weapon. When the order to assassinate John F. Kennedy was issued, his training overrode any possibility of a moral objection. 2 decades of conditioning ensured that he would pull the trigger, follow his orders, and vanish. If James Files' confession is true, Dealey Plaza represents the flawless, terrifying culmination of a 21-year government manufacturing project.